Hello everyone, Vitozy32 back again for another edition of What's on Deck. Today I'm going to be doing two videos. The first one's going to be Kickstarter, what's on Kickstarter, and the second one will be non-Kickstarter stuff because there's a lot to talk about. I apologize, I didn't do a video last week because, well, for one, I didn't have the opportunity to do it, didn't have time, and also I've been dealing with some canker sores on my tongue. And while talking, when you have canker sores on your tongue, it's not fun. And my cat is being annoying today, so if you hear some in the background, ignore it. He's just in a mood today. I guess it's being a senior citizen. Cat, has some mood sometimes. Anyways, let's get on to what's going on Kickstarter. First of all, we got lots of stuff to talk about. Let's talk about some stuff that's been going on for a little while. The Bumbo playing cards from FT, which I was not a huge fan of. It's not bad, but it could be better. It's 29% funded, 11 days to go. Not sure it's going to happen at this rate. I don't think so. Sakura playing cards from Francis Garcia is funded, 6 days to go. It's a lot of pink, but it's not a bad looking deck. Voyagers, square playing cards by Vision Alta, is 54% funded, 13 days to go. That one, again, is also looking iffy. Not sure it's going to fund. The Canvas Cardistry cards by Ben Herabot, which is not a traditional standard deck of cards. It has no poker faces. It's just double backers. It's 10% funded, 9 days to go. Obviously, does not have the cardistry crowd behind him, that's for sure. Linda's Forms and Roses by Steve Minty, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, is well funded, 26 days to go. Charlemagne playing cards by Christopher is also funded with 15 days to go. Let's get some more loaded here. Oh, crap. Not what I want to do. Then there's that one. Okay, that one all mixed up here. Then there's the Last Empire playing cards by Owen Dan. 75% funded, 15 days to go. Looks like that one may make it. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that one before. Betty Wicked playing cards by Daniel Taylor IV, which I'm pretty sure is just a reprint, is 87% funded, 14 days to go. Will fund because it's got a very low goal of like $800. Enliven Magic playing cards, Blue Edition by Brian Burata, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned before. It's 13% funded, 35 days to go. I don't see it happening, much like its previous red version didn't fund. I don't think this one's going to fund either. It's just not that exciting. Basically standard faces. Very simple back design. Then there is the Masquerade playing cards by Brain Vessel Creative, designed by Denise Klett, which I did a review on the other day. Thank you very much to Jason Krieger at Brain Vessel for sending me the deck to review. I appreciate it. You can get it right now on the project. 69% funded, 9 days to go. Let's get it funded. It's a very nice, interesting, artistic looking deck of cards. There's a standard one that comes in a black tuck case with black and silver foil. And then there's a very limited one that only 200 are going to be available, I believe it is, on the project. They're numbered, and they just come in a standard tuck case, but they're very limited. And there's a stretch goal, which I'm afraid they're not going to hit at this rate, for a very colorful, poppin' Mardi Gras edition, which would have been nice, but I just don't think it's going to happen at this rate. Then there's the House of Playing Cards by the Requiem team, which of course is Stockholm 17. Lorenzo Gazziotti. It is well funded, 5 days to go. Make sure you check that one out. Coffee Isn't Playing Cards, which is not my cup of coffee, by Sack Cards. Carl Sock is funded, 11 days to go. Antagon, Royal Playing Cards, and the Red Seal Limited Edition by Michele Spatola is also funded, finally. It's his first funded project, I think, for 16 days to go, sorry. Why is this so hard to load up? There you go. Bloom playing cards by Edgar Montoro is 89% funded, 28 hours to go. It looks like it may make it. It's going to just squeak past the goal. It's a pretty minimalist deck with Flow of Fame. Nervous playing cards by CT Kevin K, 20% funded, 6-0. Don't see it happening. It's kind of a weird deck. And Pizza. Actually, I don't think I've looked at that one yet. We'll get to that. There's lots going on. Circulus by Tefapa, Cards Dealer. It's 42% funded, 3 days to go. It's not going to happen, barring some last minute major funding. Then there is the White Rabbit Back Down the Rabbit Hole relaunch by Albano Dragon. It is funded, 5 days to go. Just a reprint of the previous White Rabbit decks. And let's not even worry about this Jimi Hendrix card game. It's never going to fund. Doesn't look great anyway, and it's, well, it is what it is, I guess. We won't worry about all these tarot decks either. Personally, I don't mind the tarot deck. I like tarot decks when they're done well, when they got nice art, and when they've got kind of, poker or, traditional tarot style faces with suits and stuff like that and pips. If it's just very artsy, I'm not a huge fan. Let's look at some of the newer projects. We got the Burata Tarot, speaking of which, by Sinise Chaba, 37% funded, 27 days to go. Let's get this one funded. It deserves to be funded. It's a beautiful deck of cards with gilding, very nice tuckers that I believe has foil on it. It is a companion to the previous Major Arcana tarot cards that were produced a while back that I got and reviewed. Very nice. As you can see, he's got traditional suits along with, he's got 2 different types of traditional type suits, obviously. Diamonds, also represented by pentacles. Clubs, also represented by wands. Hearts, also represented by cups. And spades, also represented by swords, which I think is pretty cool. Those are the types of suits I want to see on a tarot deck with, your traditional 52 cards plus the major arcana, your minor arcana, and your major arcana. That's what I like to see on a tarot deck. I believe they might be making some of the major arcana decks available in this as well in case you missed out. You can see beautiful, gorgeous, colorful artwork. Good quality cards printed by, won't just say a nameless printer because I'm not 100% sure who it is. I mentioned the printer in the video on the review of the major arcana cards, and apparently I was wrong, so I don't know who it is anymore. It's someone in Asia, that's all we'll say. That's producing the cards, I'm not sure who exactly. Beautiful back design. And if you get 4 or 6 decks, you get a rare and exclusive 100% handcrafted card from a poker set as a special gift, so that's pretty cool. You can see the gilding. They're the nice cards. Check out the review on my Major Arcana to see more of the art and to see the cards. I actually don't see my review on here. See other videos, but not mine. Actually, he should have a link to mine. I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure, but they're really nice cards. Moving on, we got the World Cup Legends playing cards and Top Trumps in one by Provius. 12% funded, 19 days to go. I don't see it happening at this rate, but anything's possible. Let me just minimize myself here. This is ridiculous. I don't know how it got so big here. This is not the first World Cup or soccer-inspired deck I've seen on Kickstarter this year. I guess it's World Cup year, I'm assuming. This time it's going to be in Russia. Oh, good. Let's send all our athletes back to Russia again. All the cards, number cards, and code cards feature different players, their likeness, which could be a legal issue, and some stats, which is fine. It's 52 most iconic players ever in football, according to the creator. Some are there because of longevity, some are there because it had big games, some are there for controversial reasons, some are there for iconic moments, legendary status. So that's pretty cool. Gotta have Ronaldo in there. I think he's there. The back design is a one-way just because of the World Cup and the World Cup Legends name in the center. Outside of that, it would have been mirror imaged, as far as I can tell, so that's a bit disappointing. And really thick borders from the looks of it. But it's got that soccer theme, that World Cup theme, so why not? And there is some kind of a game along with it. I don't know who's producing it though, unfortunately, so I can't, speak towards the quality of the cards. The prices aren't too bad though. It's £7 early birds for one deck. It's a little bit pricey in the conversion to Canadian dollars, that's for sure. Anyway, moving on, we've got Planets Earth playing cards by David Goldkling, aka aka Vanda. It is very well funded. 7 days to go. This is the third out of 8 decks. This one's got green colors, as you can see. They're stellar playing cards, as they call them. Again, in a standard and a limited edition. Only difference with the limited edition is a limited tuck case, and that's it. Both tuck cases have foil and embossing and custom seals and interior foil. So really, I've never understood this. Okay, that's great. I understand when a creator wants to do a limited edition deck and they make it actually special, but this is not. It's just a more limited, different tuck case of the standard one. The standard one is already a gorgeous foil tuck case. Why pay extra for just a different tuck case? There's nothing any more special about it than the other one. Other than it's got a numbered seal, it's more limited. Actually, the standard one doesn't have a seal, my apologies, but they both have the foil on the inside and the outside, and embossing. It's just a different color of foil, and I don't know, it just doesn't make much sense to me. It's not for me. The cards, you can see, very nice. Obviously, a one-way back design like the others. You get the map card. I get it. There's appeal because it's a limited edition deck, but really, usually I think that limited edition decks should not just be a different color tuck case, limited in amount. It should be more special, more unique, more to it. The standard, in this case, like I would say, in this case, for this project, this deck, what I would have done is I would have made the standard one just a standard tuck case, limited special features, and then the limited one would have had the foil and the inside and the outside, and it would have been more special and extravagant, and would have been worth more. That's just me, I think, personally. Anyways, it's a beautiful deck. I recommend checking it out nonetheless. Moving on, let's try to. There we go. We got Voodoo Playing Cards by Spiel Carton Shop, which is a shop from Germany, if I recall correctly, which I've placed some orders from before. They are reliable. This is the Voodoo deck. It's a second project. I think the last one got funded, just barely. But this one is very well funded. It's a very nice looking deck. It's designed by Sam Hales, aka Dose Prod, aka the guy who's designed all the Carnival decks. And this one fits in line with the Carnival decks and could easily be a Carnival deck. But apparently, for some reason it seems he's no longer working with Big Blind Media and Carnival. At least that's what I get from him doing decks for other people on Kickstarter. It's a nice looking, back design and deck. It's, in line with his other decks, skulls and bones and stuff like that. Nice faces. Although again, one thing I will say is it is a teeny bit irritating that the indexes are so far in because of these borders that they put on the faces. And I like the borders, don't get me wrong. It matches the borders on the backs, which is great. But the index, and as a result, gets shoved way in there. And it makes it just a little bit harder to use for things, I would say. But it looks pretty good. Interesting jokers, kind of creepy. Nice number cards and pips. Very well done. Completely custom. I like it, and I do think it's worth checking out. Especially if you're a fan of the type. I like those blood red colors on the court cards as well. Really cool. And these ones are going to be printed by Carton as opposed to ESPC, so the quality will be good as well. Next, we got the Ephemerate playing cards by Mr. Cup. It is well funded as well, 14 days to go. I don't think I've mentioned these ones before. It's interesting, as you can see, interesting artwork on the faces. It's about ephemera. Okay. Basically, he's got all sorts of stuff on the faces related to, I guess, tickets and cards, money, stuff that's, meant to be discarded, but become collectibles. As you can see, he's got a whole bunch of those. Train tickets, passes, cards. There's my cat again. It's an interesting looking tough case. There's two different ones, a standard and a deluxe edition. I don't think the cards are different. And here's what you get. And this is actually kind of interesting too. As you can see, there's like money themes on some of the cards. The hearts have red on white. The diamonds are white on red, or white-ish. And spades are the black on the white, and the clubs are white on black. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of makes it a four-color suit while keeping the traditional colors. Very interesting artwork, a lot of writing and details. The number cards, as you can see, they're just numbers with some pips. It's pretty interesting nonetheless. Some letter pressing on the tuckers, I guess. Oh no, they got coasters that are letter pressed. Yeah, that's interesting. Apparently I missed out on the early bird, so I'm going to get this one. I can't see that there's any major difference between the deluxe and the normal outside of the tuck case color. Personally, I would just go with the standard. It's not bad looking. It's pretty interesting. Not familiar with the creators, so that concerns me just a teeny little bit. But it's very well funded. And it looks like it's been designed pretty interestingly. Moving on, we got the Sunset Camel playing cards by BGC. 41% funded, 23 days to go. Let's have a look at this one. Actually, let's go back to this one really quickly. I don't recall seeing who is printing the Ephemerate playing cards. Probably said somewhere, but I just missed it. Come on. See, this is what I'm talking about with that other project on Vanda. There's a standard one here, which is a tuck case with a seal, some embossed finish. Great. And then the limited one, the deluxe one, has a different colored tuck. It has white and gold hot foil, letterpress printed, special seal. That makes it worth more money in my opinion. It's different than the other one. Stands out. It's not just a different color of foil. but I'm not sure how limited it is. Yeah, I have no idea. Excuse me. I have no idea who is printing this. If it says anywhere, I'm not sure. I didn't see anything. So that concerns me just a little bit. Are all 52 cards letterpressed? I don't think any of the cards are letterpressed full. I mean, not full, but silly guy. Okay, they will be printed by USPC or Legends. He hasn't decided on which one yet. Okay, back to the Sunset Camo playing cards, which obviously has a camouflage theme. By B Juicy, a cardistry team from China. Oh goody. It's a cardistry deck. The back design, it has a camo look to it, obviously a camouflage look, and it says Be Juicy. And the faces are simplified standard court cards, and basically fairly standard. They've got the camouflage look in the pips. They got something interesting going on with the Jokers. I can't quite tell what those are. And we've seen the aces, we've seen the court cards. I don't know what the number cards look like. Oh, there they are. They don't have the camouflage. And they're going to be fulfilled by Bomb Magic. Oh, good. Let's ship it from Asia. I'm assuming it's going to be... Really? You're producing these from USPC and you're going to fulfill them from Asia, from Bomb Magic. Why the hell would you do that? That just is the stupidest thing. I hate that so much because I guarantee you most of the backers are going to be from the States. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's just a lot of extra money to ship the decks all the way to Asia and then ship them all the way back. Not to mention a whole lot of time. Anyway, moving on. It just annoys me a little bit. I'm going to contact them about that, I'm sure. Next, we got a relaunch, a reprint, I should say, of the Aztec Codex and Egyptian Glyphs playing cards from Emmanuel Voltaire, already funded 13 days to go. If you missed them out previously, make sure you go check them out. They are nice looking cards. I assume these are going to be produced by NPC again. Okay. My cat's being annoying. You can see nice artwork, lots of color, really pop. They're well done. I've always been a fan. You can check out my reviews on them on my channel. Here's the Egyptian one. And there's dice available. So it's pretty cool. 300 GSM smooth stock and finish. And yes, printed by NPC. Moving on, we got the WTF2 cardistry and the cardistry Switch playing cards. No, they're not borrowing that from Nintendo at all, are they? By Handlords. It is very well funded. 7 days to go, obviously, because they made a very low $1,000 goal. Right. And these are basically the same as the previous decks, except that it's blue. First, the one deck at WTF is all about spelling, and then the Switch is a traditional standard face deck, and they're made of, of course, for cardistry and whatnot. They look pretty cool, nice colors. Trustworthy creator, I got no problem. What the hell is this? I heart Cardib? Who the heck is Cardib? Why wouldn't it say I heart Cardist or something that actually makes sense? Oh, look at this. There's a gaff card. Call me. That's cool. A couple of gaff cards. Phone. That I like that. It's a nice little additional touch. There's a heart. Of course, the question mark. So they've added a few little things. I heart New York. Marry me. Hey, there we go. You can ask a question. You want to propose to? I want you. Yeah, okay, they've added some interesting gaff cards to this one. It's definitely worth checking out. You want to propose to someone, you're not sure how? Hey, there you go. Buy the deck. You'll have to wait a couple months, but you can do it. As you can see, the standard faceless USB-C cord cards. Nice custom pips. This is the Switz. And then of course there is the other one here. Hopefully they don't go through every color in the rainbow with all these WTFs, because it's just getting a little bit ridiculous. Specifically with all the cardistry decks they've done. Anyways, I like it. Worth checking out. Then we got the Modern Aircraft playing cards and companion booklet by Buyworthy. 83% funded, 20 days to go. This is a relaunch. The previous one, which is a bicycle branded USB-C deck, did not fund. Far from it, I think. So they've relaunched as a non-USB-C deck. It's kind of weird that they're shipping from the US, considering Buyworthy is a shop in Australia. So you'd think they would ship them themselves from there. Anyways, it's almost funded. It's going to fund in a certain amount of time. I'm not a fan. I'm even less of a fan since it's not bicycle branded and USB-C produced. And I'm not sure who is producing that, but I assume MPC, I'm not sure. Fulfilled by Gamblers. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It's produced by Noor Arts in Ukraine. That excites me even less, quite frankly. Then we got Pizza, playing cards by Passion Team. 58% funded, 17 days ago. I can't recall if I sold this one before. I don't think that I did. I was going to mention it last week. This is from Passion playing cards. Printed by USB-C. 2 different decks. It's a cool, fun, colorful deck. And with some cleavage. Colorful characters, as you can see, all over. And you get this nice image. You put these two tuck pieces together. You get this nice pizza shop image, a window. See the guy tossing the pizza in the background. That's pretty cool. Really cool. This is a standard one, which you can see a guy cooking the pizza on a typical wood-fired oven. A must for typical Italian pizza. You see the cards, beautiful number cards and court cards, beautiful aces and court cards. Each ace has some information on there, I guess related to different types of pizza, and they're pip shaped. And in the court cards, you see different people with pizza, delivering, waitressing, cooking, eating. So there you go, pepperoni, Arabian, Mayotaka, and Margarita. I'm not familiar with most of those pizzas. And the back design is pizzas, of course, and pizza toppings. Very cool, colorful, fun, unique. It's nice to see something refreshing and different on Kickstarter when it comes to playing cards, as opposed to the same old, as opposed to cardistry deck number 583. Thank you. And let's get this one funded. There's a lot of decks on Kickstarter that are getting funded that don't deserve it. This one absolutely 100% deserves it. The second deck is about the delivery service edition, and you can see a guy on a bicycle, on a Vespa, I should say, a scooter, rushing to deliver pizzas. He's losing some, unfortunately. It's kind of funny. And then again, it says, maybe not on a Vespa anymore because they're expensive scooters. And this one has different figures, I believe. Yeah, for the most part, they're different. And different pizzas. The Makba, the Hawaiian, the Rain, and the Aussie. And different jokers, a different colored back design, different than the other one, but similar, same idea. And look at this, you can actually get a pizza box full of decks. That's pretty awesome, very unique. It's a very unique project, well done. It's different, and since he's Italian, it fits. Look at this, you can actually do all sorts of stuff here. Okay. Oh yeah, the menu, that's cool. It's just well done, very creative, well thought out. Thumbs up, definitely worth checking out. Then we got the Pip Box Club, which I'm going to mention very quickly here, by Will Roya. from playingcarddex.com. Check out playingcarddex.com. It's a great site. This one is funded, well funded, 15 hours to go. There is a deck you can get here, the first anniversary Playing Card Dex PCD deck. I don't know what it looks like, unfortunately. And what this is, it's a monthly playing card deck subscription service. Not exactly the thing that I would like to see on Kickstarter, but it is what it is. And this one, basically, it's, like I said, it's a monthly subscription service. Every month you'll get decks delivered to you. You can get basically, you get free decks every month, as well as access to exclusive deals, discounts and promotions, sample cards from the decks released in the last month, and free decks. One deck will be a brand new release from the past 2 months, another will be a newer release sometime in the past year, and another one will be a blast from the past. And at least 2 of the decks will be USB-C printed, and one of them will be a bicycle branded deck. So you're guaranteed to get a bicycle branded deck. You're guaranteed to get an older deck, brand new deck, and a fairly new deck each month for $30 a month US. The anniversary deck is there as well, and you get the anniversary deck in the first month if you subscribe. And the first one will ship by May the 10th, and it'll ship on the 10th of each month. I believe all these cards are got in stock. And you can actually go check them out on location right there. In Vegas, I believe it is. I don't see my name on the thanks. Like, how come I never get thanked by anyone? Anyway, moving on. We got the Five of Spades Urban Street Edition by Yassine Boudra. 11% funded, 33 days ago. It may make it. It may not. It's too early to tell. There's just, the reason why I say it may or may not make it is there's so many projects on Kickstarter right now taking people's money, and this one doesn't necessarily grab my attention too much. It's the second edition of his deck. I'm not even sure if the previous one has fulfilled or not, or been produced or not. Again, designed by Sam Hales of Desperate. Got some blood on there. You see the 5 in blood on the spade. Blue colors. And, I mean, it's not bad design. There's a custom 5 of Spades, of course. And some stickers, I guess. Printed by Carton. Unfortunately, he's not showing us any other cards, which is really disappointing. But there might be in the video. It is what it is, though. And then we got another one that obviously is worth checking out. It's the Hidden Leaves by Mahdi the Magician by Mahdi Gilbert. It is very well funded. 12 days to go. I guess I had a pretty low goal. Mahdi is a magician who has no hands, but he's very good, from what I've heard, from what I've seen. And the back design does feature his hand, or handless hand, holding some cards. And you see the cards. They're very well done, beautiful, nice colors, very vintage style, no indexes. Tally-ho kind of inspired tuck case. Definitely a Tally-ho inspired tuck case, and almost just a vintage back design inspired type deck. Play the hand life dealt you. Very good saying, very positive saying, I would say. And you can check out his stuff on YouTube. There's a back design. It's very nice. Lots of floral elements. Beautiful court cards. Says Riderbacks Reimagined by Dan and Dave Buck. The Bucks have thrown the support in there. Yeah, it's a very nice deck. There we go. There he is. Pretty cool. Very inspirational, if you will. His inspiration is actually David Blaine. I think he's inspiring because he performs all sorts of great magic. And he has no hands. And card magic, the boot. That's kind of cool. You want to say hi? Oh, my cat. And next we got the second edition of the Treble Clef deck by JD14, 69% funded, 22 days to go. Pretty low gold. This one is in blue. The previous one was in red. I'm not sure if it says who's producing these. It's a nice back design with the treble clef and some nice border details. I think there is some minor differences from the previous one. It has more detail. I believe the other one had less detail. It was more solid red. A little border detail. This one's got more border details. You get standard number cards. You get custom chord cards with musicians. You can check out my review of the previous deck to see what you're going to get, essentially. And there's also a black one available here as well. And you can actually get them for a good price. I had the early bird, $10 for both decks. That's an excellent price. You can get them for $14 now, and you get both decks, which is still a great price. The first one has sold out. These are on a 300 GSM German black core stock with a butterfinish, whatever that means, but it's comparable to bicycle stock, but smoother, fully marked. I don't think the original one was marked. Actually, I think it was. I don't even remember anymore. But these ones are definitely marked, and I'm guessing that's NPC printed. It looks good. I like it. Definitely something you might want to think about checking out. And then we got Convo cards. Reinventing the conversation starter by Lars Alexander Eichland. Eichland, yes. 61% funded, 23 days to go. Really low goal. Oh, I just noticed this one. Basically, the number card, or the chord card, I can't even speak, I apologize. This video is going to be so long. They are cards that have, wow, they all look like twos, because they all have 2 pips, and then they got some kind of conversation starter in the center. Very simple, straightforward backs. I'm not sure who's producing it. I'm not sure I care. Wow, that's a kind of an ugly tuck case, just my opinion. Which feature from my face would you copy if you had to paste it on every woman in the world? I don't think you'd want to see this on every woman in the world. Any woman in the world, for that matter. Maybe my eyes. I don't know. That's this interesting. Okay, the diamonds are why do you ask? Clovers or clubs or weird or what? Hearts are naughty or nice. Spades or business you. Okay? Right, because the last thing I want to do when I'm on a date with someone is pull out, oh, it's a metal, that's cool, it's a metal case, is pull out some cards and ask a question. That being said, the blonde is pretty cute. The other one's not bad either. Not the guys, I'm talking about the girls. It's interesting, but it's not my cup of tea. And then we got Chase the Joker, limited edition, comic and point cards by Burata Jackson, funded. Well funded, pretty low goal, 12 days to go. Let's have a look. Nice custom pips, very well done. I will say that much from what I've seen. There's a map of 4 countries. I guess it's based on some kind of comic of 4 countries. Enough. Interesting characters. Nice back design. It's one way because of the pips. But it is mostly mirror image, and it's well done from the looks of it. Interesting Ace of Spades, different, unique. Interesting court cards. With some, the Burata Jackson is just a watermark that won't be there, I'm fairly certain. That would be weird. Yeah, they're actually pretty well done, nicely designed. Each suit kind of has its own color scheme to it, which is cool. While keeping the traditional reds and blacks. Here's your jokers. They stand out like a sore thumb, just a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually, I would say. Nice tuck case. Although they got the back design on the front for some reason, and the front on the back. At least I think that's the front. Not sure who's producing it though, so that's a question I would have, but it looks pretty good. It's not bad at all. And However, the problem I have is $25 for a deck, which is $52 Canadian, and another $5 for international shipping, $2 for US shipping. That's the one problem I have, is it's pricey. But it is funded, pretty low goal, and it's not bad. And I think if there's anything else here, let me see. Oh, cool. Board game. Restored. That's not bad. Never seen that one, but it's not bad. Bridge in a Box by Patty Tucker. 1% funded, 39 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Bridge is a game for old people, no offense, and old people are not necessarily on Kickstarter. At least not very many, I don't think. So it's going to be a tough sell. Let me just have a look at this one quickly. And that's going to be the last one for Kickstarter. A $19,000 goal, Canadian $19,000 goal. No artwork. I don't really know what the cards look like other than they're standard. But yeah, that is it for Kickstarter. Comment, rate, subscribe. Stay tuned for the other What's on Deck. There's lots to talk about still. So let me